On sunny autumn Saturdays, pom-poms shake, drums beat, and in a great football stadium, a horse waits to strut his stuff. A majestic white Andalusian named Traveler. As the University of Southern California's mascot, Traveler has lived several lives: troublemaker, legacy, and champion. To reach this point is a long road, and one known well by Traveler's owners, Pat Sacco and her son, Chuck O'Donnell. I got a chance to see firsthand how Traveler prepares for game day.
This is Traveler, and Brent here, who's the rider in training.
Hi, Brent. How are you
Joanne.
doing? Hi, Traveler.
He's got him out and got us all cleaned up for us. And so we always want to start up here, the back of the head, just working a circular motion. And, you know, you can see the loose hair coming off.
Traveler was repossessed by his original breeder and eventually bought by Pat. This beautiful white horse wasn't always so well-mannered.
He came to me with a lot of baggage. He was owned by someone else, and he wasn't trained right as a 3-year-old. And so now he was 6 years old, so we had to make up all that time.
But somewhere beneath his antics and troublesome ways, Pat and Chuck saw a spark.
I want to be able to present Traveler in a very professional manner. And there's no other really better way than to go to a horse show and have somebody else's opinion and be judged.
After lots of training, patience, and love, Traveler began to compete. He left his delinquent ways behind him and began to win.
D'Artagnan, being Traveler 5, probably has had the most success as a show horse. He's been a double national champion, a reserve national champion in halter.
With his great success in the show ring, Traveler earned the right to become USC's famed mascot. And Pat and Chuck should know, it's been the family business for 40 years. In fact, this is the 5th Traveler to ride under the Trojan banner, and the Sacco family have owned and trained them all. Pat's husband, Richard, was a USC legend.
Richard Sacco rode Traveler at the football games for 28 years, and then his health gave out and he had to stop.
The late Richard Sacco set high standards to be met by those to follow, for both horse and rider. Those standards challenged Traveler, suddenly at age 7.
He wasn't going to appear that year. That year he was going to just be in the tunnel. But the other horse that we were using broke down.
But Traveler rose to the occasion, surprised them all, and became the next Trojan mascot. Chuck works with Traveler, so he gets used to the mayhem at a football game.
But it's something that they have to get used to. And, you know, things dangling above their head or on their head, you know, which he doesn't seem to really mind anymore.
It was a joy to watch Traveler work out. And don't think he doesn't know it.
He doesn't feel special, he just expects it all.
Traveler 5 is very arrogant, and he is the king of the ranch. He's the first one that gets fed, first one to get exercised. He just demands the attention.
But he has a generous spirit too. He even let me on for a ride.
I don't know if I can get up because he's so tall and I'm short.
Do we have him? Can you bring that chair?
As an Andalusian horse, Traveler's taller than most at 16 hands high. A nice ride deserves a nice bath.
He's not real fond of baths. He's kind of a wiggle worm, as you can see.
Boy, you are gonna look so handsome.
Watching Traveler arrive at the stadium makes all that hard work worthwhile. He's simply stunning.
We have our little staff, and usually it's around 5 people, and they're all volunteers. And they all watch and guard Traveler very carefully.
I was invited to join Traveler's crew by team leader Mark DiBernardi. The first order of business is to check out the conditions of the field. Before game time, Traveler participates in another college tradition, the tailgate party.
You know, we go and ride throughout the different parts of campus and visit and take pictures, and people are always excited to see him and touch him and pet him and just be, you know, a part of it.
I was lucky enough to be part of Traveler's crew, as you can see with the shirt, like the back of it.
But eventually, the marching band roars into the tunnel and duty calls.
What we do is we follow the band down, and the noise is just reverberating off the walls.
Like any great athlete, Traveler is focused.
Fortunately enough, Traveler does not mind the noise. He'll start to prance and really become alive.
As a member of Traveler's crew, one of my tasks is to clear a path ahead of him during the pre-game ceremony.
You never know what is going to pop out in front of your paths, and that's why we have the crew to kind of clear a path and warn people that I'm coming. Because once I start going and galloping at full speed, it's very hard for me to stop.
For every touchdown the team scores, Traveler appears and makes a run down the sideline, and so do we.
The horse prolongs the thrill of the touchdown. This horse is extremely showy, very flashy, so it gives the feeling of a lot of motion going a long distance when he really isn't.
I kept up with him better this time. I'm tired, but I'll try again.
When halftime arrives, the team leaves the field and it's break time for Traveler.
Is that what we do?
During halftime, we have a little kind of camp set up in the tunnel.
Hi, buddy. Are you having fun?
At the beginning of the fourth quarter, regardless of the score, how Trojans are doing, we go out to the William Tell Overture, and it's the same run that we do when we score a touchdown.
This horse loves the crowd. He gets excited, he shows, he gets to be his silly self, and he loves it. He really loves it.
The post-game festivities feature a marching band concert and a big surprise, Traveler 6. Chuck rides the next horse in line to carry Tommy Trojan to victory.
It's good just to kind of slowly bring the new horse and introduce the new horse at some of the games.
It's a chance for the younger Traveler to learn from a master, and a lot of fun for everyone else.
It makes me proud when I can get onto that suit of armor, and I think of my stepfather, who is now passed away, and I think he would be very, very proud of what my mother and I have done and the people that have helped us along the way.
What a privilege to spend a day with Traveler and his extraordinary crew. On a beautiful football Saturday, one special horse helped us pay homage to the past and take a peek at the future.